Dunedin Golf Club, one of the oldest in the state of Florida and an original Donald Ross, also former home of the PGA headquarters, I guess you'd call it, went under pretty extensive renovation in 2004 to solve some drainage issues, reform and restore some of the greens back to their original glory, and also added a smattering of bunkers in the landing areas that make this otherwise undaunting course significantly tighter and more difficult than these videos might make you think. But enough talking about it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out all 18 at Dunedin Golf Club. Hole number one, the recently renovated Dunedin Golf Club. Not a really, strenuous hole, but the bunker placement does make it a little bit tighter of a tee shot, but you can see from the yardage, you really don't need to hit much of a club. So the smart play here, hit some kind of iron, just find a fairway. It's pretty large green you can run something up to, so I'm thinking, what would be a little aggressive here? I've got a 3-wood, I've been swinging pretty well. Feeling pretty confident, let's cut the corner and immediately right in someone's backyard. So I was feeling pretty good going into the round with the way my swing was, starting to get some good rotation, get through the ball. No success to be had off the first tee. Kind of a theme you'll see throughout the round. So we play white stakes like red stakes for pace of play purposes, and because white stakes as not being able to take a lateral is just silly to me. Tried to wrap a 5-iron around that tiny little pine tree sapling and goes dead straight, hits a tree, blocked out again by another tree. Tree jail also a motif throughout today's round. So we are probably about 90 out from here, trying to hook something around. Actually clipped it great. Didn't hit that palm tree in front of me, hit a branch from the tiny tree out in front. So now we're 70 yards away. The hole's over. We're gonna triple max this one for sure. That ship sailed. But let's see if we can at least get some good reps in, get something on the green, maybe make a putt, save a true double. A really nice flop, not flop, but short little approach. Felt great. You can tell by the disgust, I'm not thrilled. Took me a second to find it in the embankment, and there's just, it's a gamble shot, whatever comes out of here. It's not gonna be predictable, whatever. We're gonna cut to that as quick as we can, I guess, in the editing bay. Putt, left it short. We played triple max in this league, so we're off to number 2 after a very disappointing opening hole. Number 2, dogleg left, almost identical to the first hole, but the bunkers aren't as distracting off the tee. You can spray it a little left, spray it a little right. You'd be fine here. Again, felt pretty good with the woods leading up to this round, so I'm not going to be deterred because of one bad swing. So hit a drive, good swing, good contact, just a little left of where we wanted to, but as long as you don't get in like a little bit of scruff, you can usually at least find your ball. And I got past the big obstacle, which was the tree, to at least have a look at it. So I think we were about 140 from here. I believe that's a pitching, no, it's probably a 9, not that long of a hitter. Absolutely flushed it. Felt amazing. And you couldn't wipe the smirk off my face to go from there to here for a birdie putt. Well, in the scorecard, it says it's a par 5 from the ladies' tees, and I really wished we would, even though it's only 420 yards, would have liked to play like a par 5, but we'll take a tap in par after a opening triple. You know what? We're back on track. Good iron swing, a short par 3 here. The green, this shot doesn't do it justice. It's very undulated. Playing, probably, I think it was playing out 155-ish that day with downwind. So we just tried to hit a strong 9-iron, got through it, kept the shoulder down, not falling on my toes and pushing things right. Just good swing. Thinking to myself, hey, not really a makeable birdie putt, but we're back on track. We're get this thing close, tap it in for your par, get out of here. We went triple, par. Hey, rattle off 5 pars in a row. All of a sudden that triple doesn't matter a whole lot. There's no class amongst this foursome. No one said that's good. Now, off to number 4. Very difficult par 4. It plays longer than it looks because the corners, you can't really cut it because even if you do, you've got those bunkers catching you right there. It's a long carry through those trees. So your second shot, almost guaranteed to be a long approach to this downhill green. Now the green's pretty big. You probably saw from there, they've got that pin tucked in just a nasty place. So try to cut the corner, but this is a hole where if you're gonna miss right, you'd rather miss big right than little right because you've got a fairway to play with. And I missed big right, completely fine look at it. Actually kind of a shortcut and chunked it right into the trees. No excuse, just a good, nice, clean swing. Would have certainly been good enough there, but we didn't. So now I've got to do a little hero shot, try to punch out of here. And the problem with this soil here, I mean, if you don't want to complain about hitting out of soil, hit it in the fairway. I'd tell myself that if I was listening right now, is that it's so soft that if you're off by a little bit, and I'm not very good at golf, so I'm usually going to be off by at least a little bit, you can't really get a predictable lie out of it. But you know what? Up and down, back pin, be a little aggressive with the chip. That shot tracer doesn't do me complete justice. It wasn't that fast, but it did roll off the back. Short side of myself. I got a wide angle lens. Couldn't even fit myself into it for this chip. That was for my Bogart. And yeah, here's my dub. Wonder if he makes it. No, I didn't make anything all day long. All right, so triple, par, triple. Yeah, it's just one of those days. Very gettable, par 5, not that narrow. Short, par 4. Those bunkers for guys who hit it far and play, but for me, it's green light territory for whatever club I have. So drive's been feeling good lately. Again, one drive was great. One drive just blasted right. So this one blasted right, and that shot tracer might even be too generous. It was pretty far right. It might even be way more right of that. So I had a $160 in. I'm thinking 8 iron. 8 iron's great club here. No way it goes long. Totally fine being short, but it hit a BB right over those trees. I didn't get any loft. None of the wind caught it. Straight through to the other side of the green for a very short-sided bunker. Now I'll give Dunedin credit. Bunkers were in great shape. No complaints there. I wish I wasn't in them as often as I was, but the bunkers were fine. The course was dried out. We've been in kind of a drought in this part of Florida, so most courses are having issues keeping the greens in shape, and doesn't really affect the play very much. My chance for par, and this was, I thought, a very funny moment throughout the round. It's a tap-in. It's maybe a 1.5 foot, but I'm looking. Anyone gonna say anything? No? No class? That kind of competition? This match, how it's going? Okay. No class. But that's fine. Tap-in bogey, considering we've had triples, kind of a win for the day. So, famous shark's mouth, I think is what the scorecard says. Short par 3, center pin, center leftish pin. Good number, I think it was 130 downwind, so I played it like 125. I think it's a 50-degree I had in my hand. And it's just a great swing. Felt good about it. It was sporadic. Some swings felt amazing throughout the day. Other swings were just drop the club right out of your hand. What were you thinking? So no ambitions for making anything today. That's just not the kind of golf we're playing at this stage right now. That's okay. Get our tap-in par-ish. It was more than a tap-in. It was longer than that. So hole number 7, kind of a fickle par 5 because the landing area is a little tight, and if you get in that tree jail, you may have to punch directly out, and that is a long way home for your next shot to try to make something happen. So I'm just thinking all green lights, hit this thing as far as you can, wherever it goes you're fine. So we gave a nice little top about 150 yards down the fairway, but whatever. we do that from time to time. So we've got a 3-wood in here, a club I've been feeling really good with, and actually made good contact. I had the shape I wanted, just a little too much on the corner. It doesn't bend that sharply, which kind of makes it even harder because it's such a gentle bend. And tough spot with the tree there. Can't take a full swing, wouldn't anyway. Forced to just stab at it. And I'd like to say this was a high skill level golf shot, but in reality, there's a lot of luck in that. So long birdie putt. I don't know what I was thinking. Just a bad read. Distance was fine. I think I had it breaking the other way. And now that I look at this one on replay, I think that green messed with me. I think I actually hit a great putt there. I think the green took it away. So I'm going to go ahead and retroactively make that a par. Number 8, almost drivable. There's some guys on our tour who can drive this hole. Casey Turgeon immediately comes to mind with this shot shape. And again, all we're trying to do is hit a safe shot out there. You hit it 170 yards, you've got a wedge in. But I, for some reason, was just stubborn and thought in for a penny, in for a pound kind of day, which is not smart golf. So we've got the 3-wood thinking if we just cut the corner at all, we'll be close, get a wedge, get a birdie, steal one back. Now, when you've had 2 triples and 2 bogeys, at least 2 bogeys, you can't steal them back. And that's just a fool's errand to try to do that. Oh, you're already bleeding. Just stop the hemorrhaging and hit it. I mean, good contact, good shot, just not for this hole. Try to punch through the hole, through the little narrow window gap we had there between the trees. I tried to hit it further than this, but it is what it is. Just a 80-yard flip wedge. Try to get something on the green. No ambitions of making it, but at least we can save ourselves from another triple or double. Perfectly good distance shot from there. That is a reasonable expectation, but the problem is I should have been there off the tee, or maybe 150 yards in and hit an iron in and been somewhere on the green. But I wasn't, because I was a fool. But that's okay. So got a little more of a knee knocker than we like for our bogey save, but regardless, it's in the cup. Number 9, kind of another longer par 4-ish. I guess that's scorecard would tell me otherwise. It starts with a 3. But if you try to cut the corner, again, this is kind of one of those, annoying bunkers where hit a great shot, cut the corner, and that bunker is right there for you. So it really does force you to play a specific shot unless you get really lucky or you have very unique distance. Because I hit a great tee shot here, and if that bunker wasn't there, which it is, so it doesn't matter, but if that bunker wasn't there, you're thinking, great, I got 130 yards into a par 4. It's time to get a par back here. Maybe we get lucky and make a putt. I was actually kind of tucked up there against that lip. I was very happy with myself to even get out of there. So fun little short-sided flop shot with a bunker short and a hill that will bring everything back, so you just can't miss short. Carry it a wee bit longer, but you cannot expect perfection under the circumstances. And now we've got a chance to make a par, and like I said, nothing's fallen today. Consistently under-reading putts. We'll blame it on the green for the day. And that'll be a wrap for the front 9, so a less than stellar 10 over through 9 holes. All in all, love the course. Big fan of the renovations. If you haven't had the chance to play the new Dunedin course, highly recommend. If you're Dunedin Resi, you also get 25% off for tee time. And thanks for watching. Let's check out the back 9.